Hey everyone, good morning. It's probably around 10 again. Much nicer today. The sun is strong and the skies are blue and clear. The wind is still chilly, but much better today. Here's my little guy. Say hello. Say hello. Here's my princess. I was actually really not happy with them prior to the stroller. Before I moved into the stroller, I was not happy with them. So she, my little girl, she felt that mommy was upset with them, and so she started crying. And with like real tears. You guys, girls are amazing. Like my little guy, he was just like looking at me. He'll be like observing and just staring at me. And he feels that something they did was not right, but anyway, so 5 minutes before I put them in the stroller, I get things ready, get the recipe cups ready with water, and get the stroller and the blankets ready, go to the bathroom, because in the morning we drink lots of warm tea and it's a long walk, so I have to get myself ready, have to get them ready, check their diapers and stuff. So I open the doors everywhere, including the room that we stay in most of the time, just for fresh air, to change the air, and so for them to cruise around the house a little bit, because they're already dressed up and so they're nice and warm. And so I let them cruise around, and I'm checking the laundry for the last time, hanging the last load. And I come inside and I'm like, where are they? Why so quiet? You know when it's so quiet and you know something is going on? Yeah, that's what it was. Them next to the humidifier / air cleaner machine. It would be nice if it was just an air cleaner, right? But this one is a humidifier too, so it makes the air humid, because in the winter here is really dry. I always have to put lotion because your hand starts splitting. It hurts. But so if it's a humidifier, it needs water, right? So on the side of it there's a tank, like a little container that you insert and take out to refill with water. So that thing is sealed, but when it touches upside down the bottom of the device, it's always water there. It has to be always water there. So even without the tank in, or if the tank is empty, there is still water inside on the bottom. The same with the kerosene heaters. Even if it's empty, the tank with the kerosene, inside of the heater where it goes upside down, there's always a good amount of kerosene sitting there. So when you clean them up when in the warm months to come and to store it, you have to make sure all that kerosene inside is out, because if it's not, it can explode in the summer in your drawer, and you can start a fire in your house, like just like that. It has happened to friends, and it's bad. So the same with the water. So guess what? I see them patting so passionately the carpet, and I'm like, what's going on? Then I saw the device was not all the way down, but it was tilted, and there was a huge patty. It was like water spot on the carpet, and they're smashing and splatting it, and just so happy. You know, it's water, it's a good feeling. The carpet is all wet and soaking. And then underneath is a tatami. The tatami, it's not good to be wet. After this walk, I have to go home and dry it with a hair dryer or something. It ruins the whole thing. So it gets more. Okay, there are again students going towards the school. I know why they're coming out every time. I know they're going to have a marathon soon, and it's in the rice fields I'm going towards now. I just turned. They always do that to me. It's always at the same time. Anyway, so I'm not gonna pass by them because I'm doing this video and I don't want them to. And my kids are there probably too, so they're practicing. So I have to speed up a little bit. And anyway, so there they are, my little twins, full of mischief, and they see me and they're like, more, let's pat more. And before she gets it, because they know when they saw my face, they know what they did was not nice. So I took them one by one, but I just take them out of the room. But then they still crawl back in because there are two of them in front of me. Oh my goodness. Had to close them close the door of another room for them to not come, so I can take the carpet and put it to wash. Yeah, I wash the carpets. The carpets are square shape, and they're like, wow, you can actually fold it and squish it into the washer and you can wash it. And it's a sunny day, so it's gonna dry very fast. But anyway, so that's that. They were not happy with that. And speaking of the babies, I mentioned to you that I did some research on diapers. So diapers in Japan, why they're so great and why they're so expensive in the States, I figured out. There are few main brands that I will mention, and I've used all of them, and I'll tell you my honest opinion. I would say that I like Pampers the best, but I also found out that Pampers in Japan is not made elsewhere. It's made in Japan. So with that said, that's the best brand I think in the world. It's just very efficient. I like Pampers because the diaper itself is very thin, fairly thinner compared to the others, and it can hold a lot more pee than others. Doesn't leak much, except if it's like if my baby's decided to pee like an elephant, then it doesn't. But I'm telling you, all night through it goes, it stays, it's fine, unless they decide all night peeing and then in the morning they pee again, and I didn't change it. It's just that's when it leaks. But it contains a whole lot more liquid than other diapers I've used, not me, for them. But when I open it, also it's very high up, so in the summer maybe it's not a good idea to use Pampers because it's really long, so it covers the low back too. Maybe it could cause rashes, or maybe their skin could get irritated because it's covered up all the time. Maybe, I don't know. I used it in the summer too and it was fine. They're thin, that's why I like them. People look for softness and blah blah. I look for efficiency. Softness, those are thinner, but they can get stay longer, and they're higher up, so it doesn't leak all the way to the back of the baby. Because sometimes when they poo, it's like, and if it's runny, it goes up, right? Because it's squished, so it goes up, and sometimes you have to pre-wash the clothes before you put them in the washer because they're all like wet and yellow. So I really like Pampers. I have to say they're a little bit more expensive than the others, and then the packages for newborn, they have a lot inside, so I loved that. And because we had a baby shower, we were given so many different kinds of diapers when they were still small. We were so blessed, but I used them all, and Pampers was the best for me. The others are more bulky when you open it, and somehow, I don't know how and why, but they somehow get more diapers into one bag than Pampers. Pampers doesn't have many. That's the only thing I don't like. It's more expensive and it's less inside. But for now I'm using M and L. M for the little girl and L for the baby boy. And L, I have to say, is just very, very skinny bag, and not many size, like 48 plus 2 or something. They calculated on extra blah blah. I'm not sure, but for the girls, like almost 50, 58, 60. You can fit that many inside. The other bags are much bigger and a little bit cheaper than the others, than Pampers. And I'll tell you the other brands that I have used. Hi, gozaimasu. There's just a grandma that passed me, so I say good morning. Those fields, you guys see them? Those fields, they have like little tracks, like kind of like concrete. Sometimes it's just dirty road, and the kids will run, I think next month in December, their marathon by grade. And anyways, they're probably somewhere behind me coming. They walk fast, so I have to squish quickly in those little streets here. Anyways, the only one thing that I don't like about Pampers, when you open the bag, it's just this really strong smell. I don't know if it's chemicals or not, but Japan claims to, and it's proud of not using chemicals in their diapers. So I went online and I found a video on YouTube about the engineering of a diaper, and I found out there are 3 layers, and the outer one is the one that keeps everything together as a bag, similar to the plastic bags we use in the supermarkets, but thinner. And the inner part is like the one with the cotton, or whatever chemicals they put there to contain the liquid. And then the inside one, the inner one, is the one that takes it but makes sure it doesn't come back to wet the baby's bum. So it makes it like jellified. It's like jello inside in the middle layer. So I learned that. And when you buy the diaper bag in Japan, in the back of it, it has a picture of the design and it explains the layers, and it's just really, really wow. It's like they explain everything thoroughly inside, what's inside. And so they're really proud to say that they don't have chemicals in their diapers. But honestly, Pampers, everywhere I go, I've tried Pampers in Bulgaria too when I went there in the summers a few times, and Pampers does smell the same everywhere. It's like McDonald's, you go everywhere in the world and it smells the same inside. Yeah, that Pampers is the same, but like I said, I like it the best. So there's this Muni I used a lot. I remember Muni I used a lot with my other 3 boys when they were growing up. That one is good. It's really bulky, so when you put it on, it's like the baby has like another huge layer. So that's why they're pants for boys, because I never had girls until now. So when you buy them pants to put them on, they have this huge space for the bum area. It's like extra. I was wondering why it's like that. This is really baggy. Yeah, I know now why, because their diapers have to have space in those pants too. It's really cute. And so they put like face of a lion or a giraffe or like some kind of animal. It's really cute. Muni is good, except it's soft. Like if you look for softness, it's really soft. It's the price is very good too on it. It's not that cheap. Not like the cheapest is, I'll tell you. But Muni, I like it probably for the summer better because it's really low. That's the thing I remember I didn't like about it. It's like, again, with the pool, when it goes up behind, it goes up, so yeah, it leaks, and I don't like it. They're really shallow, and they contain a lot of liquid too. They can hold up a lot, so they're really good quality. I would use it in the summer here or anywhere really. Pampers is good for any season, especially winter, to keep your back warm. They have Goon. That's the one, and I watched the video on YouTube about this American guy who was asking, what did some research. He saw goon on in a supermarket somewhere. What was that supermarket? Some 99 something. I don't remember. But he went there and he saw it, and he showed the price, and it's like $34. I'm like, wow, that's a lot. Here is not that much, but maybe import, whatever. So Goon is good. I used it, and I actually used it with those two as well, especially my baby boy, because he changed diapers more often. Boys pee more often and a little bit. Girls can hold up for a long time, but when they pee, it's a lot. So his diaper had to change more often in general than hers. So his goes faster, and Goon did the job. It was a little bit less price wise from the Pamper compared to Pampers, so it was good. I used it. I like it. It's not as shallow as Mooney. Mooney brand is good. It has lots of baby products. Sorry, I'm going back to Mooney, but I use the Mooney wipes. You know how they always say 99.9% of whatever bacteria killing, whatever. They stay moist. Even if you open it and you forgot to tape it back, they stay wet for a long time, and they're really good. I like them. They sell them in packs, like a whole pack of eight little packs of it. So it's a lot, and they stay for a long time at home, and I use them for wiping floors too, or table, or their little high chair table, their bums, their mouth. It has a little bit of alcohol in it, right? So it can clean up well. So it's good sanitizing wise. They have other products too, but so go back to Goon. So this guy on the video was saying that, he did the research about why Goon is so expensive, and they gave him a sample. They have them packed in a plastic bag, and he got 2 of them, and he used it with his kid, and he said they claim it's really soft. I didn't see any difference between that soft and, say, Huggies or Pampers soft. For me, Pampers is not that soft, to be honest. It's really hard, actually. But again, it just fits the baby bum. It's just really perfect and sits there for a long time. But to me, Pampers is the best. But so Goonie is bulkier, like Mooney, and Goon is, it can hold a lot of liquid. But so what the guy was pointing out is 3 things that Japanese diapers are better than others, I suppose, with. And one of them is on the front of the baby's body, the front of the diaper, there is 1 line or 2 lines. They're indicators, and so they're yellow, but when the diaper starts filling up, it becomes blue. So when it's like all blue in the front, it's full. I mean, you can also touch it. You can touch it too, but it helps. It does help. Like, for example, I noticed that with the boys, when they fill up the diaper, because their private part is in the front, right? They fill up the front very fast. And for girls, if they're lying down, pee naturally goes down. So their diaper gets more liquid on the back, on the booty part. And so it's really interesting to me how they had the indicators from all the way from the back to the front, so you can see very well the lines from yellow turning into blue. Sometimes I even put it on right after a shower or bath, and right before I even put the onesies the clothing, I already see the lines turning into blue. I'm like, phew, good you didn't do that in the towel or something like that, or in the air while I was holding it. So it's not like it didn't happen before. It's fine, but it's just you can see it. So indicator is one, and another one is the chemical. That's a big deal. Like, even medication in Japan is more herbal based than chemicals. So that's why lots of foreigners, when they come here and they look for painkiller like Tylenol or ibuprofen, those are strong. Those are really strong. But when they get the Japanese version, it doesn't work on them because they're not, it's weaker. So because it's more herbal based. So in Japan, they're like pro natural and not that much man-made chemical stuff. So that's good if you're born and raised in Japan, of course, only. So that's with the diapers too. They're proud of that. But again, I told you, the smell of Pampers, I don't know. It doesn't smell like it's very strong smell. I don't know. You probably experienced it. You probably know what I'm talking about. Then the third thing that he said, and I really like too, about the diapers in Japan is in the back. They have this tape. And so I always, when I see the tape, I know that's the back. Because it says only in Japanese in the front, it says "mai," which means front. So in the back is a tape, and it's like taped over itself, and then it has like this blue edge at the end. And you take the blue and you pull it up, and you roll the diaper, and you roll and you tape it over, so it looks like a roll, compact, easy to throw away, and it holds up the whatever it's inside. Actually, I don't know if it's just my mom-in-law told me that, or I don't know if other people do it too. They probably do, but she told me that when they have poo and it's easy to get it out, you just dump it in the toilet, and then you wrap it up with the tape around and put it in the trash bag. So I do that. My husband doesn't. He just wraps it up, but I try to. I guess it's good for environment, trying to recycle or whatever as much as we can. So I try to dump it, and of course sometimes it's impossible, but the tape does hold. I'm crossing the street here, going towards my favorite mountain road where it's peace and quiet. Anyway, so those are the three things that he mentioned that are good. I don't know if other diapers, I honestly don't remember really other countries' diapers. I've used in Belfast some, of course, with my firstborn, and then I used in Bulgaria a few times, but I do not remember. For the love of the world, I don't remember about indicators, lines, or tape in the back. I guess they don't have it. I could do without the tape, but I'm so used to it now. It's just like natural thing. You just tape it up around very, very quickly and put it in the plastic bag and trash it. And so there is Pampers, Goon, Mooney. There's Mary's. Mary's are good. They're similar to Mooney. I use them, but I never really bought them like all the time, like, you know, replace it with Mary's. No, not really. Mary's is good. It's soft, bulky again. They're bulky. And what else is there? Mami Poco. Mami Poco has become my favorite when I had 3 boys with 3 different sizes of diapers, and I had to buy them all at the same time because my oldest was still using a diaper, my middle guy was of course using it, and my little one was really small. So because they're like a year apart or a year and a half, the second and the third, so it's something like that, and they all had diapers anyway. So Mami Poco is the cheapest, I think. I think there is a Genki too. Genki's probably cheaper than that even. I don't know, but I remember using Mami Poco because we would go to Toys R Us, which is a different city, like 45 minutes away from us. But we went to Toys R Us just to get Mami Poco in huge boxes, and in those boxes there were 3 bags of it. And yeah, I remember we supplied a lot. supported the diaper industry a lot in this country. But Mami Poco was like the cheapest version we could have, and I actually started buying it. I bought it last time. I bought diapers for the babies. I bought them Mami Poco already. I'm like, you guys, I'm gonna keep the pampers only for the night when you go to bed, and then I'll keep the Mami Poco for during the day. But they do good job at night too. For the past few nights I forgot to put the pampers, so I just put Mami Poco on them, and it's much bulkier. Like I like how pampers is like when you open it's like really skinny, but it still covers the bum area. It's very well made. And the Mami Poco is like really large this way, so it covers more area, and it's a little bit shallower than the like Muni, like the other Japanese. The Pampers is high. I like Pampers. I think we established that already. I like Pampers the best. Sorry. But Mami Poco is the cheapest. Like a bag, let's say M for my little girl. It's probably 58 plus 260 diapers in a bag. That was 1,400 yen. So compared to that, Mami Poco is 800. So it's 3 digits, not 4 even. 800 something yen. So I'm like, yeah, it piles up when you start buying. I buy diapers maybe every 2 weeks or so. It depends. It depends on their good days and bad days, so can't really say, but it piles up, when you keep buying the cheaper ones. You save up a lot. Yeah, they're still good. They do the job during the day, and another thing that I think the guy that from the States was talking about Gun and the good about Japanese diapers. He was also saying that, and it's true, they do have 2 versions of diapers here. The one with the tape that you tape it in the front, and the one that is like pants. You pull it down and put it up. I really like the pants version. I remember using the tape one with my first and second, and then with my third one I was like, you know what, after 3 months of tape, I'm done. I'm just gonna start using the pull down version, the pull off version, because it's easy to rip it on the sides and just roll it out. And sometimes when they can stand now, so because they can stand, I can put the new one, which is like pants, like underwear. You put it on them, and then you rip the sides of the old one, and you take it off, and you just pull it all the way up, the new one. So it's done. It's like it takes just a few seconds to do it. Especially if it's just speed, it's just really, really easy, and saves you time and energy when they fight with, how when they start being more mobile, kiddos don't want to sit, just lie down and wait for you to change the diaper. They roll over, they put things around, they throw things at you. I mean, you know how it is with babies, and so I get them up when they have to change the pee only. They put their hands on the couch for support, and I just take their diaper off and put the new one before that, and just pull it all the way up, and that's it. Job done. So with that video, the American guy was saying that in the States they have it too, only it's for a bit older kids. Here they start from earlier. So you have M, you have S, M, and L, and then after L there is like the big one for like the biggest kids. I think my little boy, who's 10 months now, is gonna probably go into that one now, because he's growing really fast, and he's a guy. He's a big guy. So so here they have from M, they start with the pants, and so I do it. I remember with my third kiddo, from the 3 older ones, I did the pants from very, very early, as early as I could. Again, it's really easy for me. It's just really easy. With the tape, what I liked before was that you can place the new one under the old one, and you could untape the old one, take it out, and just tape the new one right away. That works too, as long as your baby's just sitting there peacefully, doing nothing, looking at you and charming you with giggles and smiles. Yeah, you can do that. But when they start moving around, tape is like no for me. I can't. I just can't. And it leaks, the pants one, it could leak only upward. And if you didn't cover the butt cheeks very well, so sometimes that happens. But the pants one holds everything, and it's like a whole thing. So I like it. And so they have every single brand that I just mentioned to you. They all have the pants version from M, starting from size M. So that's really convenient. It's very good. But yeah, that's about diapers. I think. So I started researching that because my father-in-law told me that Japanese diapers are the best. I would say it's not true. They're not the very best because he doesn't know probably other countries' ones. I don't know if he has experience with other countries' diapers. I don't remember much of my experience with other diapers from other countries too. So I'm used to here and what they have here. But I also I searched on the internet. They have the Huggies are good. They also have this brand that is organic, so it can be very good competitor with the Japanese non-chemical stuff. I don't know their prices in the States, but in Europe people probably mostly use Pampers. I don't know. I have to do some more research, but being the best, I don't know about that. I think all diapers in general, I think it's amazing invention. I remember when my mom told me I was a small baby, they didn't have diapers yet. They started having them when I was already growing out of it. So she was using those cloth diapers, and I don't know, I feel bad for her because washing all that stuff, and even if the machine is washing and you have to have sunny days to dry it out. I don't know how she did it. I really don't know. But I'm grateful for diapers. When I was watching the engineering video of the diapers, the guy that was talking had a single little gel thingy that contains the liquid, and then so they dropped water around it, and they were showing how the size goes like 5 times bigger. It's just sucks the water and then keeps it in, and then you can hold it and you can touch it and you can squish it, and the water is inside, doesn't let out. I think that's really amazing, you guys. I don't know how people did it before diapers. I really don't know. I mean, obviously they did it, but I'm grateful for diapers. It doesn't matter which brand is the best. It's just diapers are diapers, I'm grateful for them, and I really hope they recycle them the right way. And maybe that's why they don't use chemicals, because it's easier to recycle that way. I did use with my third boy. I decided to save money and environment, so I wanted to use the clothes one. So I got like the tape pants and everything clothes wise, and it worked for probably 2 or 3 weeks, honestly. And every time I touch his, because there's no indicators there is nothing absorbs it, so it's there sitting on his skin wet. And I was washing constantly. The washer was working all the time, and I didn't mind that, but like his skin had developed like this little raw kind of like wound. Became really infected, and so I was like, that's it. I don't want the baby's skin to be all rash and red and like looking like raw meat. And said, no, I can't do that. So it was very tiny little piece of slimy, like always. No, it was not good. So I was like, that's it, I'm not doing it. So I started with the diapers that are paper, and he got better. I used lots of baby powder and lotions and ointments, and he got better. So that was me and clothes diapers, I guess. And yeah, I'm just grateful for diapers in general. I wouldn't go and argue now, okay, the Japanese diapers are the best in the world. Probably what I would say is in Japan, they think about all kinds of possibilities of what could happen. So they improve constantly on how it can be more helpful to the person who is using it, and how can they improve the product so they can it can make your life easier. That's what it is. A lot of products in Japan are like that. They think of from every side and every corner of how they can make things better. I mean, even with cars and with kitchen utilities and everything. Like really, they try really hard to improve things. And you can see from one product to the next one how they have already improvements into it. Like for example, vacuum cleaner, we got this one that we had to save up for that. We saved up our coins, and we sold some cheesecake, so we bought this Dyson vacuum cleaner that is like a mop. It's just a stick with a button and has the engine in the container that contains so you don't need to use bags and cables, and it's just you charge it constantly. The thing with it's small. We got the smaller version of it because I wanted to vacuum constantly, because the babies put everything in their mouth. Whatever they see on the floor, they take it and put it in the mouth. For now, I think they started learning not to. So, because I always say yucky, no, don't do that, yucky, and they make the ugly face, so they know that's yucky. So they just give it to me, so I take it. But I needed something that constantly, not like the one with the cable. They have to put the cable and then roll it back in, and you have to buy those dust bags that you insert inside. I was like, no, that's not gonna do. So that one, it's you charge it, and then you plug it out and you use it, and then you can clean the container right away afterwards, and you can plug it back into the cable. And it has the one that reaches small thin surfaces too. It's really good. And it has the one for the car. You can clean your car with it no problem. Like one time I did it, and it felt so good to reach to places I can never really reach with the other one, the normal one, the one with the cable. So this is like a mop, and it's really good and it's efficient. It's really strong too. The motor of it is really strong. It does the job. So they improve. They learn how to improve. They have those robots, like small circles that circle around the house too. I never wanted to have that because our house is not equipped for that. It's gonna get stuck somewhere. It's gonna stay there forever. So that wouldn't do in my house. Gosh, there are lots of bugs in here. I don't want to step on them or roll the stroller over them. But I wanted to show you this one, but he flew away. They're like the grasshoppers that are really huge. But this is a weeds on both sides. Weeds. Just weeds, abandoned. And this is the mountain road I'm heading to right now. It's really nice and sunny today. Oh, this is going to be a long video, sorry, but I just wanted to be thorough about diapers and conclude that Japanese diapers are really good. I'm pretty sure with whatever you raise your kids with right now, or you did very good job too. Diapers are diapers. I think that's one of the best inventions in the world. Raising kids is not easy, and certainly keeping them dry is one of the goals of a mom as they grow up, because you don't want their skin to be infected constantly. So I have a lot of appreciation for my mom and what she did raising me up without those. Okay, I will climb this little hill right now, you guys, and I will say bye-bye. See you tomorrow.